Minor fiascos were had. We back again.
Yeah.
Yes.
What hasn't it been minus fiascos as of recent?
Yeah.
That's all it's been.
I don't know. I'm not having as many fiascos. I've just been very busy.
I'm all around fiasco after fiasco.
Fiasco after fiasco.
That's all October has been, is busy, busy,
No.
busy, fiasco, fiasco, busy, fiasco.
It'll fix. It'll be better.
Hope so.
It'll be better. I know it will be. Anywho, what are we doing today?
So we're going to be talking about some films,
Yes.
which is odd for me to be talking about.
Yes, it is.
Because I hate movies
You do.
with
And
a passion.
I watch a lot of movies. Every day I try to watch a movie.
I don't know how you do it.
I like it. My philosophy is on movies like versus TV is that like I want it to be quick. I want to watch a story and I want it to be over in like 1 to 3 hours. And you get that with movies. Like sometimes you want an hour 30, then you get like your hocus pocuses and like stuff like that. Most like slashers are an hour 30. You want something short, you sweet. But then if you want something longer, you can go into like Wes Anderson films, or you can go into like some Kubrick or whoever else there is that makes long films that I can't think of off the top. Christopher Nolan.
Mm-hmm.
It's a world in such little time, and I love that for them.
I'm the opposite. I need time to like compress what happened, and I'm a person that has really bad comprehension issues. It takes me a long time for me to even comprehend something, even when I'm just talking to somebody. So being able to comprehend something after an hour and then giving me a week.
Yeah, I get that.
That's just how I've always been.
And I'm a person who can watch the same movie like 3 times in one day too.
Oh, I can't do that.
Like if I really like a movie, I'll just put it on repeat for the day and watch it over and over and over and pick out the little pieces and parts. I'm not like some people. I know people who see a movie, really like it, like in theaters, and then go again that night. I'm not like that. I've not yet done that. I've seen movies in theaters twice because I like it so much, but not in the same night. I think maybe there will be one day where I do that, but that day has yet to come. Mm-hmm.
See, I was one for like binge watching, especially like Drag Race and stuff, but I can't even binge watch Drag Race anymore.
Oh, no.
I can't.
Rip.
Like, UK just came out, and I was 3 episodes behind because I've just been so busy. And now I'm 4 episodes behind, technically, because the 4th episode just came out. But I've only watched the first 2. And now Canada's coming out.
Yeah, I get up early. The only show I'm keeping up with right now is Dancing with the Stars, which is very me core, because I love Dancing with the Stars.
You do.
But I go to work early, and I watch it at work. Every Wednesday we watch it because it comes out Tuesday nights, and then me and my coworker, who is an undisclosed coworker because he might get mad at me for saying, watch it.
That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
See, I get to school at 9, and I'm in class from 9 to 10:15 or 9 to 10:50, and then I'm class after class, minus on Tuesdays where I have a 5-hour break.
Yuck.
Yeah, it's gross. But speaking of class, this is where I've started to watch movies, because even though I hate movies, I'm in a movie analysis class. I thought it was not going to be movies. Like, I've taken it in the past, essentially, but totally different movies than what I'm watching now.
Yeah.
But what struck my eye was Jordan Peele.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the movies that I liked so far, and we watched 2 of them out of the 3 that are his more known works?
Features.
Yeah.
So Jordan Peele is a comedian normally who made his way into filmmaking and kind of flipped completely and started doing horror films instead of comedy. He was a part of a group called Key and Peele, which they were just a Comedy Central group who did stuff and things. Let's see. So he's most known, which that's such a combination, comedy and horror. So he did sketch comedy and then started making the psychological horror and stuff that he is most popular for now. And so,
It does pop in from time to time in the films, too, especially in Nope.
He does do, yes, it does.
Keke Palmer killed me
She
in Nope.
She was really
so
good in it. Okay, we'll get into it.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
We'll get into it because I have very strong feelings on all of his movies. Some good and some bad.
And this is my first time actually viewing anything of Jordan Peele was in this class.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have touched any movies at all.
Yeah.
But I've been introduced to Wes Anderson, Jordan Peele. Who was the other one?
Okay. You mentioned Jordan Peele and Black Klansman earlier. He was a producer for Black
That's
Klansman.
why. Okay.
Yeah, I just saw that out of the corner of my eye.
And Spike Lee was the main?
Yep, Spike Lee is the director of Black Klansman.
I really did. Black Klansman was pretty good, too.
Yeah. He also wrote and produced Candyman, which I haven't seen yet, which is another horror film.
That sounds like a scary movie.
He didn't direct it, but he wrote it. And Wendell and Wild, which I think is an animation film. Yes, it is. So he has range.
He does.
He also voice acts.
I didn't know that.
He voice acted in Storks, Captain Underpants, Toy Story 4, and in Big Mouth.
Who was he in Toy Story 4?
I'm going to sneeze again. Hold on.
Bless you.
Thank you. Jordan, I feel like he has to be one of the stuffed animals.
I would think so, too.
Nope. Let me see. Now I have an itchy nose. I'm looking. I'm curious. Yes, maybe. Because Keegan-Michael Key, which was his, comedy partner, was Ducky.
Oh.
Why isn't his little picture coming up? You'd assume they'd be next to each other.
You would think. When did Toy Story
4? Oh,
4?
Bunny, yeah.
Oh, Bunny. Oh, it came out in 2019?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So he was one of the stuffed animals.
Cute. Anyway. We wanted to get our spooky on for
Also, Hayward. Wasn't that the name of the family in Nope? The Haywards?
I think it's Maywood. Oh, it's Haywood. No?
Haywood?
That's Nope. Haywood.
Haywood?
Haywood,
okay. Because his dad's name is Hayward.
Oh.
It's a Wikipedia, so I don't know if it's true or not. That's true. But
Never
I just
trust it, folks. Never trust it.
Yeah. See, I never have looked into Jordan Peele a lot, but it says, like I said, it's Wikipedia. I needed a quick search for this. But Peele has been a cinephile ever since he was a young child, citing Glory, Edward Scissorhands, Thelma Louise, and Aliens as films that had a strong effect on him. Huh. I love Edward Scissorhands. It's so cute. Okay. Very interesting guy.
Mm-hmm.
I do enjoy him, and I like watching his interviews and stuff. So he is a great dude.
Very all-around guy.
Yes, he is.
Which we love to see.
Yes. So Get Out came out in 2017?
I think.
2017. Us came out
2019.
In 2019, and then we got 2022
for
Nope. And then he has the new one that you mentioned called Blade.
And that's coming out in 2025.
That's coming out in 2025. So he's going pretty steady for a film director, which is pretty cool to see. I like being able to see and notice filmmakers like popping out movies every couple of years. It's cool to see.
They never stop.
Like they don't. You're like when did you get your break in? Because if you think like just knowing like a cycle of production in your head.
Oh, it's even writing the story. I'm in a script writing class now, and it's like, how do they do it? Yeah,
when like you know the production cycle, you're like, okay, so if they started writing this, it like took them this long.
Yeah.
But then the rest of pre-production takes this long. But if they're doing this filming, like what style, it takes this long, and of course everybody's different, and it's crazy to see them people be like, yeah, we popped it out in filming in 2 weeks and did a day of reshoots, and here we are.
That's crazy.
I'm like, what do you mean? Like, it takes us 2 weeks to do a 15-minute short film.
It takes me 2 weeks to write a 8-minute short film.
Yeah, like, and they're doing it a feature length thing in that long.
It's crazy.
I find it interesting. I love movies. So
should we start with Get Out?
Yes.
The first of the 3 features?
And it's crazy because I've only ever seen these movies like one time. And you have too. But I watched Get Out around this time last year. I also watched Us around this time last year. And then I watched Nope when it came out in theaters. And I believe it was July. I remember it being summer because Brady was home.
Gotcha. Well, Get Out is essentially about Chris, the protagonist, and his girlfriend Rose. And they are interracial relationship, and Chris is kind of on the fence about it because of stereotypes, and he's scared of what Rose's parents are going to think about him because she hasn't told them. She just has told them that her boyfriend is going to come out for a trip to their cabin or manor or something of that sort.
Yes.
It shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't. But
it's what they face, and
it's
awful that they have to feel that way.
It is really awful. People have to feel that way. Still.
It shouldn't matter.
It really shouldn't.
And, well, it was for a getaway weekend, and essentially his world turns upside down in an instant.
Yes, it does.
What I wrote about this paper, we're given, like, topics of what we're supposed to relate to each week. So Get Out was heavily focused on lighting and how it was used, and I could tell you it played a major impact on how eerie it was.
It definitely
did.
I agree.
Terrifying.
It was very good use of light, though.
Oh, yeah. How do I describe what happens? So Chris is there having family dinner with the family, and the parents are kind of saying some off-putting things, essentially, that he's like, okay, this doesn't feel right. But Rose is playing it off like, oh, it's just how the family is, and that you should be fine. But there is, what are they called? Workers of the family. Yeah. So they have the... Would you call her a maid?
I would say she's a maid.
I don't remember her name.
Her name. I just saw her name. Where did it go? Her name is Georgina.
Yeah, Georgina. And then the yard keeper.
Yes, who is Walter.
Walter. They act different.
Yes, they do.
They are both African American descent as well as Chris. And they are essentially blank-faced, and it's just odd behavior that they weren't personable. They were just there doing their job.
Yes, they were.
But there was something eerie about them. Even the lighting around them wherever they were shown, that's how you could really tell that something was off-putting. And over time, it just kept getting weirder and weirder. By, like, how she was acting... kind of acting out by Chris, would you put it?
I would say acting out.
But not like in a bad way. It was just like something was wrong and she was holding something back.
Yes.
even with Walter, Chris went out for a cigarette late at night. He snuck out.
Mm-hmm.
And he sees Walter full on sprinting at
around
him.
like in circles. Yes.
Just like full on past him. I'm like, what the hell is happening?
Yeah. Yeah. I totally forgot about that part, but like that was creepy. It was really creepy.
It was really eerie.
It was very eerie. So when I wrote a paper about this last year, and my question was, is Get Out a horror film?
I see.
And I say it's psychological horror, which is like a subgenre of horror. Like it has its
it has its moments.
Psychological aspects, because it toys with you really bad.
Well, by far.
But it is horror.
Full on horror, but more so in like psychological, as you said.
Yes.
That's how I named it in my paper. It was a psychological horror.
Yes.
I was watching it with Zach because I wanted to make sure that I was paying attention because this was like the fourth movie I was watching at the time, and Zach wanted to watch it with me because scary movie.
Yeah.
And we were both glued to the screen.
Because it's so good. I said that it was dominating. Like it felt dominating. And it makes like in parts of it you're like, who is the real villain here? And like there's hidden racism where the white characters are like, yeah, but I did this.
That's what the parents were doing.
That's what the parents were doing in it, which is not great.
No. That's what was putting Chris off, is because Chris was putting two and two together that something wasn't right. Especially with the brother and how he was acting too. Yeah.
So you wrote more about the lighting and stuff, but I mentioned the music and the ways he shot certain things, which I guess could go in with the lighting. But some shots are like empty throughout it. That makes it seem like there's a jump scare waiting to happen, even if there never was. And then the sunken place.
That's why I wanted to touch on, because he came back in from his cigarette break that he didn't even light a cigarette, I don't think.
No.
He came in and then he saw the mom. I don't remember. Missy. He saw Missy sitting in a chair, and what was touched on earlier in the day was that Missy could hypnotize and break habits. And she was sitting there with her little teacup and started hypnotizing him. And that's what put him in the sunken place for the first time.
It did.
He couldn't move. He couldn't do anything.
Could not move. He was stuck there. Yeah. The whole movie, especially when you get to it was just in the ending was so good, and they're just, yeah.
It was just a creepy movie. Like, I expected something off for sure, but I didn't think it would be to the point where his body was going to be auctioned off to have his body taken over.
By a white person.
Yeah. By a white artist who was losing he was blind.
Yes.
So, yeah, it was very, very weird movie, but very psychologically off-putting.
Yeah.
But it kept me interested.
It is very interesting. I definitely would like to give a rewatch because I've only seen it once. Honestly, I might grab it because we have it on Blu-ray down here.
Okay.
Before I leave, because it might be actually. I think it's streaming on Netflix right now.
I think so too.
That's great for me because I think Us is also on Netflix.
That's really good to know because I really want to watch that.
You should definitely watch Us.
That's the one I've not watched yet.
Yes. So.
Very interesting movie. I'd rate it probably about 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10.
Okay. I think let's pull out ye trusty Letterboxd and see what I gave it. Because I cannot keep track of what I rate movies. Hold on. Let's do it on my computer. Letterboxd. I'm sure I gave it like a 4, maybe higher.
Out of 5?
Yeah. Oh, my laptop just died. Whoa. BRB.
I do remember that the ending I didn't think was totally necessary with all the blood, just randomly.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so there was no blood throughout the entire movie, but then at the very end you want to stab
blood.
everybody?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I understand because he had to escape.
Yeah.
But it just kind of it seemed really sudden.
I understand that. It
was just odd. That was just like extreme cliff notes of the movie, by the way.
That was. We're no. If you want to watch these movies, you totally should watch these movies.
And if it is on Netflix, go ahead and watch it on Netflix.
Yes,
why not?
I think all of them are streaming on Netflix right now, actually, which is crazy. Oh, that's so. I just remembered that I need to watch Fantastic Mr. Fox, which is so random.
Oh,
just
yeah.
because it's fall, and why wouldn't I watch
a Wes Anderson movie?
A fall Wes Anderson movie?
I do know that's Wes Anderson. I did know that.
It is.
I think that's the one I watched like briefly, and it kind of freaked me out because of
the animation style is crazy. Yeah. We watched it when I was really little, and it scared me. Also,
it scared me too.
Like Wallace and Gromit and like Flushed Away, and what's the other one? Chicken Run. I hated that animation style when I was growing up. They were really scary. Get Out. Let's see. I gave it a 4-star out of 5. And let's see. A lot of people definitely give it 5 stars. 4.5s actually. 4.5, 5. And Get Out, actually, down where I work, a lot of people's favorite is Nope.
Really?
But I won't spoil my thoughts about Nope quite yet.
We will talk about that.
We will talk about
a later time.
At a later time. So if we're moving chronologically, the next one is Us, which you haven't seen.
I have not seen that yet.
But I will just shortly touch on because that one is actually my favorite of his 3 films, which I also get very criticized for. But it's just the scariest of his 3 films, and that is why I like it. It's the scariest one. So it's about just a normal family, Winston Duke. I love Winston Duke, but we're not going to touch on that. Winston Duke, and I'm going to totally butcher her name, I think, even though I absolutely adore her. Oh, no, Lupita. I love Lupita. They've only been in those 2 movies by him, I believe, but they killed it because they're, like, portraying the regular family, but they're also portraying like a secondary type of family called the Tethered, which is just they just act creepy, and the kids that were in this film absolutely freaking killed it. And I'm not gonna really like spoil anything. I'm actually, what will be fun, I'm gonna read the Letterboxd just little clip it about the movie instead of going into full detail.
The synopsis.
Clip it. Who am I?
I knew what you meant. I remember seeing ads for this on YouTube all the time in 2019.
Because it was good.
All the time.
So, husband and wife, Gabe and Adelaide Wilson, take their kids to their beach house expecting to unplug and unwind with friends. But as the night descends, their serenity turns into tension when chaos and some shocking visitors arrive uninvited. So, yeah, I love it. And like I said, I'm not going to mention it. I also wrote a paper for this one. I'm not sure. It's fun to look back at my old assignments. I like being able to find them. Examine how you feel when you watch this. That was the question. Subjective reactions in a film. Okay. Let me read through this real quick. Absolutely. Okay. I said that when I had a question, I felt like it was instantly picked up and answered. Like nothing.
That's what I like.
Was like no loose ends were left. Like I was, a lot of what he was putting down, like I was picking it up, which was great. The entire movie like gave me a feeling in the pit of my stomach, which I love because I'm such a horror movie fanatic. it's his most eerie film. And I feel like he kind of wanted Nope to be his most eerie film, but it is definitely Us.
Nope was the one that scared the bejesus out of me.
Really?
Yeah.
I was just uninterested.
Not Nope. Was it Nope?
Get Out?
Get Out. Get Out is the one that scared me.
Okay.
Just because I'm a psychological horror person.
See, that one's psychological horror. This one's more traditional.
No horror.
Like jump scary type of creepy sounds and noises, horror. And then Nope was like...
weird.
I don't even know what kind of subgenre to call Nope.
It was like a science fiction.
Yeah, it was like, yeah. I mentioned all the actors did fantastic. They had to like move like a regular person in their regular character, but then pick up and play the secondary character that was like moved in like a creepier way and talked in a different way. And that made the movie especially creepy. Also, there was like a whole fight dance sequence with a banger song that I was literally levitating to the entire time. Definitely my favorite one.
I need to get on that when I have time.
You do.
I really want to watch it. I don't want to watch it alone, though, because I can't watch scary movies alone.
Really?
I can't.
I watch them and I go right to bed.
How?
I don't know. They don't scare me.
I watched Nope for the first time I finished at like 2:30, 3 a.m. And I'm like, aliens don't know.
I'm just like, well, here we go. Good night.
I don't know how you do it.
It's not that bad.
For me.
For you.
That one is definitely on my watch list.
You definitely got to
I
get
have
on it.
time. Because I watch a movie every single week that I do not want to watch. But I ended up liking, I think, 3 out of the 7 that I've watched so far. But, yeah.
And I think I gave Us like a 5 out of 5, maybe a 4.5. My 5-star movies are either very Brea-core or like actually good. Like my boyfriend will be like, it's a 1-star movie, Brea, but you gave it a 5. And I'm like, because it was so great. I gave it a 4.5 because I'm very harsh at giving out your 5s. My 5s. I don't have very many 5s. Yawn.
I felt that one.
Okay.
Shall we move on to...
We shall move on.
So I was really interested in watching Nope because Steven Yeun's in it. And
Yes.
if you don't know, Steven Yeun is Glenn in The Walking Dead. And he is one of my favorite characters. Bless you.
Thanks.
And I wanted to see him on my screen again after not seeing him for, what? How many seasons on The Walking Dead? How many? 8?
8. Yeah.
Jesus. I was excited to see him on my screen again.
Yeah.
And Nope just wasn't my favorite.
Nope wasn't my favorite too. I was so excited to see this movie in theaters. Did I know you? Yes, I knew you. I knew you when it came out. And I was so excited, and we got up, and Brady took me to the theaters, and we made a whole day because we just go to the theaters often, and we were like, new movie, Jordan Peele, his 3rd one. This is a whole tangent, but I feel like these fantastic directors who have made such great movies, like Jordan Peele, Ari Aster, and Damien Chazelle. So Ari Aster made Hereditary and Midsommar. You don't know those?
No.
Okay. And then Damien Chazelle made La La Land and Whiplash. Okay. He made the new one that came out, Babylon. Awful movie.
Oh.
Not awful. Overwhelming movie. And then Beau is Afraid was Ari Aster's 3rd, also an overwhelming movie. And then Jordan Peele made this one, which I didn't think was overwhelming. I just thought this one was boring. And like, I get it. I 100% do. They did 2 fantastic movies. All 3 of these directors have done like 2 so good movies. Then a studio just gives them a blank check and's like, do what you want. And they make their passion project, which is what they want. So pop off. But then like, not many people like them.
Yeah,
because, which, I mean, fan service, yeah. And actually, a lot of people do like Nope. Like, I'm a rare case of, like, not liking it. Like, I know so many people who fight to the death for this movie. But I just don't like it. It just wasn't what I wanted it to be, maybe. Or I got too excited for it, and that's why I was disappointed. And fundamentally, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful movie.
Sure.
It's like, yeah, but I just didn't like the plot, I guess.
I didn't either. It was just weird.
And that's a personal thing. People, we all have our own opinions.
Yeah.
But I just didn't like the plot. I gave it a 2.5 out of 5. I rate on a scale of like 1 star to 5 stars.
Okay.
That's always how I have. I know like a lot of people do out of 10, but why do 10 when you just need 5? You have a good midpoint at 2.5. I guess you have a good midpoint at like 5 stars, but like, yeah.
Shall we give them a synopsis a little bit?
Yes.
So it's about OJ and Emerald Haywood,
yes,
who are on their family horse training farm, who train horses for Hollywood productions and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And their dad was the one that created the farm, or is it their grandfather?
It was their grandfather.
And then it was passed down.
Yes.
But one day their father was just tragically murdered by, not like murdered, but he was killed by a bunch of metal objects.
Yes.
Out of nowhere. And I was like, okay, this is automatically weird.
Yes, it is.
Because, well, I've seen horse training and all that stuff because I've worked in it. Myself, I have not worked in it, but I work surrounding this kind of thing. Do I condone it? No. But seeing like a different side of it, like the training them for like movie purposes, it was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
They were training them for like movies and stuff, but there was a lack of Western films and all that, so they weren't getting the business that they needed.
Yes.
But yeah, just one day a UFO just kind of decided to like pop up.
Yes, it did.
And to get their money back, essentially, and to get their fame, they wanted to get the what they call Oprah shot.
Yes, the Oprah shot.
Of the UFO to get their name in the history books.
Yeah. I think if I watched it again, maybe now, that I might like it a little bit more.
I wouldn't.
Really?
No.
Okay. Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I'm just trying to give... I have this thing where, like, I watch a movie and I'm, like, of the majority of people who literally didn't, like, just couldn't stand it. But then I watch it over and over again and try to like it because everybody else... Like, I did it with the show Loki because I'm a big Marvel fan. Mm-hmm. I love Marvel. Loki is, like, top 5 characters for me. And I hated... Also, I need to watch the second season that is just coming out right now of Loki. But like I said, like this whole episode's about, I struggle so hard at watching shows. What was I saying? But yeah, I like do that thing where I just try so hard to like a movie and then just hate it every time I watch it.
It's just... I felt that the first time I watched it. I had to watch it so many times over just to get... This one was on... shots.
Okay.
And like long shots and montages and all that kind of stuff. This one was the one that was on editing.
Yeah. Editing was great.
The editing was phenomenal.
There was one thing, the whole monkey sequence that tore me up really bad. Like I fell into a hole because it's based on like a true thing. Yeah. I fell into a hole reading and looking into that stuff. After that, so that one did tear me up pretty bad, that part of it, but everything else was just really rough for me.
Disturbed by that part. That was based off a true story.
Yeah.
And just that whole sequence was just kind of gory. I mean, it made sense that I was kind of in it because it
was backstory.
It was backstory to what's his name?
Steven Yeun's character.
Yeah, what's his name?
I can't remember his name.
Shoot. Jupe.
Yeah.
I just didn't like Jupe's character.
Really?
I didn't.
I get it. I'm so sneezy. I'm going to sneeze again.
His acting in it was really good. Well, that's just even yet in general.
Yeah.
But I just didn't like his character. I couldn't like his character. I mean, that was probably the goal of it, that you weren't supposed to like his character, but I just couldn't get connected to the character himself.
Yeah. I get it.
Just because of what he was doing, and he was essentially...
An ass.
He was an ass, feeding the horses to the jean jacket.
Yes.
That was the UFO's name, was Jean Jacket.
See, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. That was revealed at the end of the film. And what was crazy is that Jean Jacket was the name of Emerald's horse.
Okay. See, I just feel like I got through half the movie in theaters, and then I was just over it.
That's how I was.
I
just couldn't do it.
Like, everyone down here loves it so much. And I understand, like, all his movies have so much underlying meaning. And yes, the underlying meaning is so good. Maybe I just don't like alien movies.
I think that's why I did not like it.
Like, I don't know what I was expecting it to be.
Just not an alien
but
movie.
I didn't want it to be an alien movie because I got these 2 movies beforehand that were like...
murder.
Murder. Yeah. Pretty much murder, and I love murder movies. So, and then I got this, and I was just off. I do like all the dark sequences at the house. Like, I liked those, and like I thought the bit with like the Best Buy was the Best Buy guy. Was he a Best Buy guy, or was he? It
was an equivalent.
Okay, I thought those bits were funny.
Yeah,
but everything else just really had me lost.
Keke Palmer had me rolling on the floor.
She was great.
I love her in general, but just I haven't seen her act like that. And she was just really funny.
She was great.
Her physical acting was really good too.
Yeah.
Overall great actress. And
she is I really hope that she gets more stuff.
I'm sure she will.
Like, I hope she definitely becomes one of Jordan Peele's It Girls. Mm-hmm. On my little list of movies I saw in 2022, I saw 55 2022 movies in 2022. And out of that 55, Nope was 52.
Oh.
Yeah. My top 5 was Bones and All, which is great. Cannibalism love story.
Oh.
It's such a good movie. That's my number 1. And then we got Best Picture 2022 movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once. The Whale, Barbarian, fantastic movie. And then the Bowie documentary, David Bowie, Moonage Daydream, were my top 5. And then number 52 of all of those movies was Nope. So that was really depressing.
It was a beautifully edited and...
Yes, it was.
Beautiful cinematography. Just the story of it just didn't connect me at all.
Yeah. Fundamentally rough.
Yeah.
No, fundamentally really good, but personally rough.
It was really hard for me to actually watch it.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. That's not what I want. I'm multitasking. I was going through and I was adding movies to my like want to watch list on the app I use, and I was adding them to the wrong thing.
Oh no.
I was saying I was clicking I watched them even though I haven't, so now I have to go fix all that.
Oh no.
It's fine. I shouldn't have been doing it. Definitely haven't seen any of them, that's for sure. I don't even know where to go to fix that. I'm a flop. And I'm going to sneeze again because I'm a mess. I don't know why I keep sneezing so bad.
The one scene that really got me was when OJ went into the barn for the first time with the kids and the...
Oh my gosh, yeah, the little pranksters. That did build a lot of suspense. They were like being all sneaky.
Seeing that at 2 a.m. just did not fly with me.
Because they were being all like, the kids, with the masks.
It was funny afterwards because he ended up punching one of the kids.
Yes, and as he should have, because
they kind of...
Fuck those kids.
What else would you expect if a kid, an alien, quote unquote, just kind of was watching you from them being upside down and them being eye level with you, just what other reaction would you have?
Literally, like, I would have rocked that child's shit. Completely rocked. Pow pow. Like, pissed me off. See, I'm pissed off even thinking about it. No.
And then you didn't really see... That was another thing. You really didn't see the kids at all throughout the film.
No, for the rest of the film.
Yeah.
Yeah, he dropped that. Like, he's so good at picking things up, but, like, that was such an unnecessary part in a way.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it was necessary, but it feels unnecessary to us.
That one kind of bugged me. It's like, they showed up one other time, and that was when they were getting eaten.
Yeah. So I feel like so many of the horror films that have come out in the last year, I've been so excited for, and maybe I just get myself too excited that then when I watch them, they're just awful. And then the ones that I don't get excited for, I love. Like, I was so excited for Infinity Pool to come out, which you would literally die if you watch this movie, Tegan. It's like, it's really freaking weird, and I should have known because it was Brandon Cronenberg and his dad made a full movie about David Cronenberg made a full movie about like people who get horny because of car crashes.
What the hell?
Yeah. So I should have known that this movie was gonna literally be terrible. But yeah.
Why would I go crazy over it?
What?
Why would I go crazy
it's just like it was like a Technicolor orgy.
What the
I don't know. I was watching it and I was just there like scared the whole time.
So when you say that, I would be like, what the hell is going on, essentially. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was
and just the main actress. She's such a popular horror actress. Like, she's the horror it girl right now. But I hate her.
Oh, no.
With such a passion within my body. Mia Goth. She is the horror it girl right now. She was in there's a like list of movies currently called X Pearl, and there's a new one called Maxine coming out. Really good movies. Ty West, great director, but she just annoys me. She was also in the remake of this movie called Suspiria. The first Suspiria, top 5 of my horror films. I love that movie so much. And the new Suspiria was good, but I just was not feeling it. With her voice really gets on my nerves. But I digress.
I'm a voice person too.
She has such a high pitched kind of voice, and then she a lot of the movies, I don't know, a lot of her movies she fakes this country accent. Not good. Not good, buddy.
It does not sound good.
It is not good. But I digress. Again, that's just my horror movie fiend coming out of me.
I need to start watching more.
I have been on a kick. I'm trying to get through just the main spooky homies that are, around for Halloween. So Jason and Michael Myers. I'm also trying to go through directors in a way too, because I want to watch more M. Night Shyamalan, who is notorious for pretty rough movies. Just dropping the ball on movies. Okay. So he did Split. You don't know that one? No. It was pretty popular when it came out. He did Split. I'm also trying to get through all of the Halloween movies. I started watching the Saw movies.
You're watching everything.
I am. I watch a little bit of everything. And I've only been doing horror / Disney Channel Halloween movies for the month of October. So I've seen
as you should.
I did a vampire double feature. That was great. Just The Lost Boys, which is my favorite movie ever, An Interview with a Vampire, which was really freaking good. And I'm a journalism student, so Interview with a Vampire just really tickled my tootsies because it's just a journalist interviewing a vampire, right. Which I didn't know what I expected when I watched that movie, but definitely what I needed. And I'm going to read the book. Reading the book.
You're on an everything kick. You love to read. You love to watch movies.
I do.
You love to Jeez.
I do. A lot of my time is taken up by reading now.
Mm-hmm. Which is good.
Which is really good.
It's really good.
Like, my phone, like, the levels of me being on my phone have completely, like, plummeted to, like, it was at, like, 8 hours a day. But now I'm only on it, like, 3 hours a day, which is
that's a big
such a cut of time off. Because now, like, and even if I am on my phone, like, I don't count the hours because it'll be on my Kindle app, which is still reading.
Right.
Because I use Kindle, so I'm not completely, like, off a screen. But it's still, like, my little Paperwhite, that's what it's called. It's still not like reading on a screen because it has, like, the texture is different, which helps a little bit.
It's affordable too.
Kindles are only like $70,
and that's cheap compared to how many books you would buy.
Yeah, and then I do pay like $15 a month to have the unlimited thing,
right?
But I put it on like my birthday list because I've like people talk about, oh, my mom gets me the subscription of this for a year from Christmas, and I'm like, that's so smart.
It's very smart.
Like, I can get someone to pay for my Kindle subscription for a year. Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I put like Kindle subscription for a year on my Christmas list for somebody to get me. And I was buying, like, books are expensive.
Oh, they are.
And now, like, I only buy the book if I really, really, really love it. So then I can have a little copy.
Same thing with movies. You do too.
I just
you like collecting them.
My mom, she goes, you leave the house and you always come back with DVDs. How does that happen? I'm like, because I'll be driving, like, if I'm on a trip somewhere and I pass a DVD store, I'm stopping at the DVD store. Like, we stopped at it. We even, like, when I was in Minnesota a couple weeks ago, we stopped at a DVD store because we found one.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought, like, 6 DVDs because they're DVDs I had never seen here where we live. Or yesterday I drove an hour to go see my boyfriend where he goes to school, and they have the same store that we have here that I like to go to. They have one there.
I did not know that.
Yeah. You know exactly.
I know what you're talking about.
And we stopped there, and I bought 6 more DVDs because why not? And I don't buy like Blu-rays and 4K discs. I buy
you get the regular ones.
DVDs.
Yeah, you get the regular ones.
Like, I don't care about the quality. Like, I'm not a quality person. Like, so what? It's a 780, which is a whole other thing. Do you even know what that is yet? Okay. I was like, because I didn't know.
Of course I know those.
I didn't know those until, like, earlier this year. But I don't care. I don't need it to be in 1080p.
No.
I just need, like, give it me in 420p and We watch it.
Give me 720 and then you're good.
720 and I'm chilling. Yeah, I don't care about quality. I mean, we grew up watching regular DVDs, so what's the point?
What's the point?
And like $50 for a single like 4K.
Ridiculous.
When I could buy like 30 DVDs for $30.
If that.
If that, yeah. Couldn't be me.
You with DVDs is like me with Funkos now.
I'm also really bad with Funkos.
I just pre-ordered another one.
I love it. There was one. Oh, I made like a big Amazon list for my family for like Christmas because that's what they ask for. And I was just going through all the Funkos that I wanted and adding them onto the list.
Did you know you can make your own Funko now?
Yeah, that would be so fun to do. There's an Eddie Munson Funko from Stranger Things. They're coming out with a new one, and he's so cute. He's playing his little guitar when he was playing Master of Puppets.
Speaking of Funkos, have they not made any One Direction Funkos?
They haven't. There's a Zayn one. There's a solo Zayn Funko.
They haven't made any Jonas Brothers one either, and I would full on buy all of them. Doesn't even look like him.
I think it looks like him.
Not now.
Maybe not now.
He's got a buzz cut now, doesn't he?
I think so. He's looking pretty. I need to watch oh my gosh, this little.
That's why I still have to watch.
The interview with him?
No, I still have to watch the Louis documentary.
Oh, yeah. I just added it to my list because I was like, oh, cute. I need this Post Malone bag. I'm gonna add it to the list.
Sidetracking, but it's okay.
I know. I'm a little bit of everywhere, darling, right now.
We haven't seen each other in a while either, so it's kind of like all coming out.
It is all coming out at once. Anywho, I don't know.
I think we're done talking about movies.
I think we are.
It was
And
like a little...
I rambled about 7 other movies.
But you need it for like movie talk.
I do. You do need it. Like it was in comparison.
Right.
That I rambled about 7 other movies and directors.
And they were all spooky movies.
They were all spooky movies.
That's very on theme because Halloween is literally 2 weeks away.
Halloween is in fact... No, it's not. It's
a
literally a week away.
Oh, Jesus.
No, because it's a Tuesday. It's Sunday
Tuesday
right now. So like a week and 2 days.
A week and 2 days.
9 days. 9 days away. 'Tis 90 day. 90? 9 days till Halloween. And I will be not even in town.
I will be passing out candy.
I want to go. I love going trick-or-treating with my nephews, but I can't this year, which is really sad.
I don't get home from school until 5:30, so they're already halfway done trick-or-treating by then.
Really?
Yeah, they
Most trick-or-treating in the state line doesn't start until I guess.
Starts at like 5:30.
5:30. Do they do Rockford trick-or-treating? Let's go to ye old list that I made for the news station that I work at. Let's see. Ye old trick-or-treating list. Trick-or-treating list. Oh my gosh. It's like all the way at the bottom now because I wrote it forever ago. That didn't even type. Maybe I can't find it. I did find a video of an elephant crushing a pumpkin.
I love it.
Pecatonica. Oh, Pecatonica. I just said the freaking name of a city. That's okay.
You already said the one.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Earlier.
Which one?
When you first started talking about it.
Maybe. Let's see. 5:30 starts where we live.
Okay.
5:30 to 7:30. I thought some started really freaking late, but I guess they all started about 5:30. Ye old chart that I made of all the different counties.
I already got little trick-or-treat bags for my nieces.
Today, this morning, I picked up not trick-or-treat. I made them little bags of candies, and I just got the older ones some gift cards and stuff for Halloween, so they could have little baggies of fun for them.
I got them like stamps, and your nephews are a lot older than my nieces.
Yeah, I just got them candies and some chips and other things.
I'm gonna slip some Slim Jims in there.
I do enjoy.
They love Slim Jims.
My only protein consumption currently is probably Slim Jims.
I love Slim Jims.
Ever since we saw Big Time Rush.
Livy, that one day.
Ever since me and Livy, every time we're together, we get Slim Jims somehow.
I love Slim Jims.
When we were on our little trippy trip, we got like a box of Slim Jims, and
I love that.
We were eating them. We were tearing them up. I love Slim Jims. So funny.
It is funny.
The way to my heart, a Slim Jim.
That's how I have been since I've been like 3.
Really?
I love Slim Jims.
Didn't eat like meat for 8 years.
You couldn't.
And so now I'm just living it up.
Mm-hmm.
Always living it up. Love it for me.
Anywho, we should probably get to the next one.
We shall see you
in the next one.
But follow us on social. You were going to say it?
Us.
You say it.
Follow us on social media. We are on Facebook.
Yes.
Twitter.
Yes.
Instagram.
Yes.
Facebook and Twitter kind of lacking right now because I've been so busy.
Instagram is also lacking. We probably behind.
It's okay. We've been trying.
We try. We're still getting you guys episodes when we can, and that's what matters.
That's what matters.
That's what matters. We love it for us.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
When we're not struggling.
Not struggling. But we shall see you
Later.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.